What's up, all you lovely people? Today we're going to be ranking all the movies I saw last month in theaters. So stick around.
You're afraid of dying.
How do you know? You've never tried it before.
As I said in the opening, they're going to be ranking all the movies I saw in theaters in the past month. I don't mean just the month of April. I mean kind of, from now until like the beginning of April. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into these movies. I'm going to be starting at my lowest ranking, working to my highest ranking. And at the lowest ranking, I've got Tarot, which just came out like last week. It was okay. I said this in a right out of the theater reaction. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. Some problems with it. It was kind of a run of the mill horror, but a good way. Not even like intro horror. Just it was okay. I don't know how else to say it other than that. But with that, I gave that a 4 out of 10. Next up, I've got Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Now that I gave a 6.5 out of 10. I thought it was good. It was just missing in one big area for me, and that was the final payoff. Like, there was so much really good build up to this, and then the final confrontation took like no time at all, and I was just a little underwhelmed there. So for that reason, it dropped it down to like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. Next up, we've got a tie. The first one I'm going to throw out there is Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. This is Guy Ritchie's new film. Alan Ritchson, Henry Cavill, Alex Pettyfer, Carrie Elwes is in it. There's a lot of people in this movie. Really good action movie. It's just fun. It's dumb action fun. That's all it is. It's those Superman and Jack Reacher running around killing Nazis. Just a good time. The story's good. It's based on a real person, or a real group of people rather. Of obviously very embellished for theater, but overall I gave it a 7 out of 10. And next up, also with a 7 out of 10, is Challengers with Zendaya. This movie is a movie I didn't think I was going to like at all. It just happened to be a new one that was showing in theaters, and I needed to see something, so I saw Challengers, and surprisingly, I really loved it. There were some problems with it, in my opinion. While the score is amazing, it overshadows the dialogue and overshadows the action at a lot of times, which I don't think is a good thing. There were some times where literally the score is playing, first of all, when I don't think it should have been playing, but also at so high of a level, I can't even hear what the actors are saying. Overall, like the story, the jumping around, and like figuring out what's going on with these three people, I actually really enjoyed it. So that also got a 7 out of 10 for me. Next up, we've got The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. That just came out this past week, and I loved it. So much fun from beginning to end. Seeing kind of behind the curtain a little bit on the stunt community and kind of how movies are made. Obviously, it's not too realistic of a view of how movies are being made, but a little bit behind the curtain. It's just a fun time from beginning to end. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt's chemistry is off the charts. He's super charming and funny. He's just so fucking funny from beginning to end. And the payoff, I thought the story, it kept me in there. And the payoff at the end was really nice. So with that, I gave Fall Guy an 8.5 out of 10. All right, next up is Boy Kills World, starring Bill Skarsgård. This is another one that was just action, like balls to the wall from beginning to end. There is a cheese grater scene in this movie that is brutal. We saw a cheese grater scene in Evil Dead Rise. This one blows that one out of the water. It's just, oh god. Bill Skarsgård is obviously fucking jacked. You saw it from the trailer. He's just tore up from the floor up, just muscles everywhere. The fighting in this is awesome. The one complaint I had is that, and it's an action movie. Obviously, it's not real, but he's running through storms of bullets, and like there's no excuse as to why he's not getting hit. Like sometimes you could argue, oh, he ducked behind this, or oh, their aim is off. There's points where this dude is in like a fucking open field, being shot at by like 5 different people, and not a single bullet comes near him. So that was my only complaint. It's like it was just so over the top unrealistic, but not quite to the point where I didn't notice it. Also, Jessica Roth is in this one, and she kills it. Her character, everyone kills it in this movie. Like, it just, from beginning to end, fantastic time. And so for Boy Kills World, I gave it 9 out of 10. And the final movie, this one also has a 9 out of 10, but I'm going to be honest, I kind of prefer it over Boy Kills World, and that's Abigail. It's Radio Silence's new movie starring Melissa Barrera, Catherine Newton, Dan Stevens. Oh my God, the cast. Oh, Giancarlo Esposito, Kevin Durand. Like, this movie had a stacked cast. Oh, Alicia Weir, I cannot forget her. She played Abigail, and honestly, she was the standout. This little girl has such a fucking future in horror movies if she wants to stick to it. She can sing and dance. She was also starring Matilda. But for this, oh my gosh, there's a monologue sequence in here like you have in almost every bad guy movie. She gives this monologue, and I'm like, I am terrified of this freaking 13-year-old right now. It was crazy. But I also gave it a 9 out of 10, but I think I preferred this one more. And actually, I know I preferred it more because I saw this in theaters 3 times. I saw this 3 times in theaters. That's how much I enjoyed it. And I had a great time every single time. Some of the vampire rules are kind of skewed, like how does it work this way for this person, but this way for a different person? But overall, it was just a bloody good time. And I say bloody because if you know Radio Silence from Ready or Not, you know some of the stuff that's about to happen in this movie. But it just works, y'all. It just works. There you go. That's everything I've seen in theaters this past month / 35-ish days. Let me know what you've seen in theaters this past month and what you liked the most. With that, I love you. See you next time.
Oh. I hate goodbyes.